welcome back. Now, yesterday, members of the Alexandra community marched to the Executive Mayor of Johannesburg, Sandton office to deliver a memorandum to Herman Mashaba. City manager, however, tried to address the protesters, and they are unhappy that the mayor himself, Mr. Herman Mashaba, did not show up, and they are calling on President Cyril Ramaphosa to address them. And some of the matters raised are piles of rubbish on the street corners, potholes, illegal connections, illegal shacks being built on pavements, and also general day-to-day concerns. And I'm joined now by Bobby Solomons, who's the spokesperson of the Alex Total Shutdown. And thanks so much for coming through, Mr. Solomons.
Thank you.
So let's just start here. You marched to Sandton yesterday to the Region E offices, and was the plan always to have Mayor Mashaba receive that memorandum?
Yes, the plan was always to have Mayor Mashaba receive that memorandum. And in fact, the memorandum that was going to be handed in yesterday was a memorandum which we handed in back in around February or so. And then it was not responded to. So it was basically the second attempt. There was a march around Feb to hand in a memorandum. That was the first memorandum.
So what exactly are the most pertinent issues that you need to have addressed as residents of Alexandra right now?
Look, the most pertinent issues are the cleaning of Alex. That's one, the fixing of potholes. I mean, those are wear and tear issues, and they've been in power for almost 3 years now. You can't really blame previous projects or that for day-to-day problems. So those are the emergency issues: the cleaning of Alex, the removal of electrical connections and water connections, the issue of potholes on the streets, and the issue of the mushrooming of illegal structures. We believe that the government of the day, which is the local government of the day, which is the DA, is not doing anything in terms of discharging bylaws with regard to the mushroom of illegal structures.
So you're very clear that you are laying this squarely at the door of the Democratic Alliance at this time. Yep. And the question would be, are these problems that started or have arisen since the DA took over?
One of the issues, obviously, we raised is the issue of a proper development plan for Alex. Yes, there was the ARP, but I think the ARP was actually shelved in 2012 when there was an interdict of Alexandra property owners in terms of stopping the project. And then again, if there are allegations of misappropriation of funds or impropriety, I think there are relevant authorities to deal with such issues. Maybe a case should be opened on that, and then the project will be probed. And then basically it will be put to rest in terms whether there was any misappropriation of funds or not. They were able to. The DA was able to open a case in Alexandra against the shutdown and all that. Surely they can come to Alex again and open a case regarding the probing of the ARP, so that everyone can know what happened, what really happened regarding the project.
So you want feedback on that matter, because that was, as you say, back in 2012, 2013.
Yeah, I'm saying the DA is saying that they are raising issues of the ARP with regard to the development of Alex and also the challenges that are facing us now. So I'm saying in that regard, then they should institute a probe into the ARP, and then whilst in the meantime that they keep on cleaning Alex, sorting out the issues of potholes and all those other issues.
Let's talk about the filth that you complain about as residents of Alexandra. So how much responsibility do you think should be placed at the door of the residents for that situation?
Yes, as well as the residents need to be educated in terms of waste management and all. But then if the DA doesn't collect rubbish in the yards of residents and the dustbins get full, residents eventually start throwing their rubbish on the streets and all those things, because they're not collecting or rubbish stays for about 2 weeks or so, and the dustbins get full, So those are the reasons residents end up throwing rubbish in the streets and all those things.
So let me get this straight. Unlike most suburbs in Johannesburg, when things are running smoothly, where you would have a weekly refuse collection, you're saying that is not happening in Alex?
What I'm saying is basically that double standards in terms of service delivery within the COJ municipality. In Alex, rubbish is not collected as much as it is in other areas. And if you look at it as well, with the mushroom of illegal settlements, people people invade spaces in townships, and the DA doesn't react to that. But I'm sure if I were to go right now and invade a space in Sandton and try and build a shack there, in 2 minutes, JMPD would be there responding to the situation. You look at the shutdown as well. JMPD responded immediately and basically being able to deal with situations, with sporadic situations of violence. But then with the mushrooming of illegal settlements, they say they have no capacity to deal with those things, with those issues.
So does that then imply that the residents of Alexandra have gone, complained, laid charges, and nothing was done?
Look, this issue, there's also this narrative, this false narrative of that this issue is an issue driven by party politics.
Yes,
and all those
DA's presidential candidate Solim Simanga actually laid a charge in this regard.
I'm saying to that, I mean, are you really... It's an insult to Alex people to say that they cannot basically see the situation that they are under and want to take action in terms of resolving that situation.
But how do you respond then to the allegations that some of the people who are at the forefront of this particular protest action at the moment are members of the ANC, people affiliated to the African National Congress?
Look, for me, I would say, like, let's say, for instance, myself, I'm a resident of Alexandra before I'm a member of any political organization. You know, I experienced the dirty streets, the potholes on the streets, all the issues that happen, the illegal structures on pavements, the invasion of parks and on all those things. So if I stand up, I think I have a right to stand up as a resident of Alexandra to challenge these issues. So this issue of that, we saw a lot of...
But do you understand why that allegation arises?
Yes, I do. I do understand. But again, I'm saying, are you saying these people don't have a right to protest with issues that affect them as the residents of Alexandra? They were first-born residents of Alexandra before they belonged to or affiliated to any political organization. So I think that narrative is false.
So now we heard that there may be a visit from the Premier. His office have confirmed that this is not in his diary, so we don't know whether that will happen or not. We've heard that the President may even visit Alexandra. Is that something that you wish to see, and to what end? Why would you want perhaps the Premier or the President to visit, and what are you hoping they would bring in terms of relief?
Look, we resolved to escalate our matters to other spheres of government because we are not receiving any joy from local government in terms of addressing our issues. So hence we decided to try and escalate these matters. And if they allege that some of the issues around Alex were caused by the previous administration, yes, apportion blame where it's supposed to be. But then also take responsibility, because you are the government in power currently, and clean Alex. I mean, all we're asking is for clean streets.
So if tomorrow the city of Johannesburg somehow manages to send in forces to clean up the streets of Alexandra, will that meet, your satisfaction?
Yes, it will. Obviously, not only the cleaning, but then other issues. Yes, it will, because that's what people want currently. They want everyday service delivered.
But, you made a point earlier when you said that if you were to go and put up a shack in Sandton, you will immediately be met with resistance. So are the people of Alexandra not resisting this particular occupation, as it were? And occupation is a terrible word, but, when people do put up these illegal shacks, is there no resistance from the people of Alexandra?
Look, there is, but in the past couple of years, sort of that resistance has dissipated, because basically people who also occupy these spaces have also sort of devised a pushback strategy. They also fight to basically stay in those structures. And as you can imagine, the numbers have gone significantly high of these illegal structures. In the past 2 to 3 years or so.
So now you've delivered your memorandum of demands, and what happens next?
Look, the mayor didn't pitch up yesterday in terms to collect the memorandum of demands. And then we decided that, no, look, we'll escalate the matters. So we're not sure whether today the Premier will show up or not. And then we were also informed that on Thursday, as you also know, the president might show up. So we are waiting for those two activities to happen. And then if not, we'll take a decision after that.
So in the interim?
In the interim, look, yesterday after the march, we informed residents that, look, let us suspend any activities for now, whilst we wait to hear what's happening regarding the Premier and the President. And then from then on, we'll also engage in another meeting to chart the way forward.
And a final one, Herman Mashaba. So if he is meant to come to Alex next week, what will the reception be for him?
Look, I'm not really sure what the reception will be, but what I'll say is that yesterday the community, those who marched to Sandton were actually angry with the disdain that the mayor is actually showing the people
so
of Alex.
So he would be placing his life in danger by going to Alex?
Look, I can't really account for that. I'm not really sure about that. You know, I'm not really sure what the community will how the community will react. You know, but for us, we're saying that why is it now that he wants to come when we've been calling him or inviting him in the past couple of days or so?
Well, we're going to leave it there for now, and we'll see how all of this plays out. Thanks to Bobby Solomons, a spokesperson of the #AlexTotalShutdown on Alex Township protests. And as he says, the leadership has resolved to suspend the protests until around Thursday to see if President Cyril Ramaphosa then does pitch up in Alex and take it from there. We're going to take a quick break.